Hello, welcome to today's show on how can you train your goal like you would train your dog. How can you train your goal like you would train your dog? Let me first tell you a story. There is someone that I used to know in college who studied flamenco. And flamenco is this gorgeous, beautiful, amazing dance. And she once told me something that I think can be applicable to so much and is so relevant, which is that in flamenco, there is never a practice. There's only performance. When she was doing flamenco, her teacher had told her, you do not practice when you do flamenco. You must always, when you're practicing, imagine and feel as if you're performing. Let me give you an example of this so that we're all on the same page. Let me know in the comments if you can't hear it. You should be able to hear it. But just think about it. This dance that you're about to see, is it even possible to pretend to do this, to just practice? Or is it really only because there's something to this lesson of practice as if you were to perform it that we can take and use even today. I'll tell you one other story. I have an amazing neighbor near where I live, and their teenage daughter trains dogs. And she's really good at it. She has several clients. She's really, really good at it. I've seen her training dogs. And she, the teenage daughter and the mom, were having a discussion with one of these families who are a potential client to be a dog training client, a puppy, just a little puppy. And what happens with a puppy, a new puppy? If you go for a walk, the puppy is always pulling you and pulling you and pulling you. And I just loved what this mom and this teenage girl said to their potential client. They said, if you are going for a walk and your puppy is pulling you, that is training. Your puppy is training you and you are training your puppy that it's okay to pull. So you have two options. Either you can go for a walk and enjoy the fresh air by yourself, or you can go out with your puppy and go on a training walk where you're training. And that blew my mind, because it's true that, yes, you can just focus on, hey, there I am behind the puppy. This is fun. It's okay. I'll train the puppy later. Or you, because I want to just get some fresh air, walk around. Or you can say, hey, hold on. I am going for a walk. The puppy is taking in everything I'm doing, because the goal with a puppy is to train them to walk by your side, not to pull ahead. And so if I want them to walk by my side, I need to show them that all the time. Where do you think I'm going with all this? Let me know in the comments. Where do you think I'm going with this? Flamenco, practice as if it's a performance. And hey, every time you're walking out with your dog, it may be an episode of training your dog, even if you weren't planning on it. It likely will be, especially if they're young. There's an idea in getting better at whatever it is we want, whether we want to be a better manager or we want a stronger exercise program. There's an idea of constantly challenging yourself right at the edge of your comfort zone. And I love that. And that's been shown over time to have just really strong results, challenging yourself right at the edge of that comfort zone. And that may be what you can do when you're observing yourself. Hey, walking with a puppy, or hey, I'm actually practicing this. Just think of how many times you know that you're supposed to do some exercise and you do these half-hearted jumping jacks and half-hearted push-ups. Is that really what you want to be doing? So I've been in this situation. I have done half-hearted push-ups. I've done half-hearted planks, but I have also done incredible planks where I feel amazing and I know I'm focused on it. So for that reason, I'm going to ask you two questions, and then I'll show you, since this is the cello series, I will show you one line of cello as practice and one line of cello as if I were doing a performance. Okay, so two questions for you. One, thank you. So Sylvia right now online says, every day is a training opportunity. Exactly. In fact, I should find who the reader is, but there's a book that I read a while ago that I really enjoyed. I think the name of the book is How You Do Anything is How You Do Everything. But it's a wonderful line, at least in the book. I'll find that and put it in the comments later. Okay, two examples, management and exercise. And I usually use these examples. Sometimes I add parenting, because we all have been in a situation where we're running some project. We may not be the head boss, but we're running some kind of project, even if it's management of ourselves. And we're usually in a situation in which we care about exercise. So let's look at these. For management, for being the best at your work or managing a team of people, how can you use this idea of practicing as if it's a performance. How could you use that idea? Okay, here's one way that you could use it. As you are being a manager, you could look at, I need to make sure that my conversations are inclusive. I need to make sure that the people in this room, they're all on. I'm hearing everybody, that we're all in this meeting. And one way you could do that is every single meeting to consider that every single meeting, all right, I'm in this meeting. It's not like this 30-minute meeting, even though I have 5 people in here. In this meeting, I won't ask everyone's opinion, but I will later. So it's almost as if your attention is focused on whatever it is that you want to be doing at that performance level. Let's go with exercise. So exercise, we all have times where we're amazing at exercise, and we all have times where we're not so great at exercise. So something we could try for exercise in that way is every time that we do it, let's say even for a shorter amount of time, but in a way that we're more psyched up about it, more enthusiastic about it, more alive in it. Let me know how these go. Let me know how it goes in managing your own projects or working with a group of people, and how it goes with managing your exercise or something around that kind of self-focused goal. Okay, we have come to the part of the program that is, in a sense, most nerve-wracking for me, but also my own way of playing out what I'm showing here and demonstrating here. As you probably know, I've been taking cello lessons for just over 2 months. So this will be one line of a song as if, one line of a music piece as if it's practice, and then again as if it's a performance. Here we go. Okay, so here's this beautiful cello. It is a rented cello. That's a phenomenal cello. And we're going to go with practice. The song is called Long, Long Ago. So if I'm practicing, what am I paying attention to? I'm paying attention to getting to the right notes, hopping ahead to where I need to be. Those are probably what I'm paying attention to if I'm practicing. One line is practice. It's good, actually. The line of practice may get me more ready for the line of performance. All right. Enjoy this one line of practice. So what am I doing? I'm making sure my lines are on. I'm a little bit even rushing through it to make sure my lines are on. My fingers are on the right places. When I mean my lines are on, my fingers are on the right spots. All right, this is my performance of the first line of Long, Long Ago. Look, even just the way I did it, I immediately sat up even more in my seat with the cello, which you always need to do. And I immediately sort of did the wrist up, which you're supposed to do. So there's a mindset with this is a performance. Enjoy this performance of the first line of Long, Long Ago. Everything except the last squeak. Except the last squeak, it was excellent, or as excellent as I can do with my initial cello work, which I'm very excited by. Delightful to spend time with you. Tomorrow we have a business focus session, then we have another cello session, then we have Pete Hartigan talking to us about finding your own Picasso, and then we have Eileen Schaefer on Friday with what leaders have been saying to her. All the best and delightful spending time with you. See you again soon.